Welcome back to Melamec Art. My name is Mickey, and today I'm going to be checking out these Akashiya Gansai watercolor palette. This is a 24 color set, and I got them from Jackson's. And as you can see, if the conversion from yen to dollars would be about $23 plus tax. I got these for about $34 from Jackson's. I think that probably a little bit more expensive because of the whole shipping, and these are from Japan. And they look very familiar to the Kuretake Gansai watercolor palette, and that's because they're very similar, but Kuretake is a brand and Akashiya is a brand, and this is Akashiya's Gansai palette. Apparently the company Akashiya has been around for like, I don't know, a very, 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 very long time. And there's a difference between the Gansai watercolors and traditional Western watercolors. The pigment is suspended in a different binder combination, and also the pigments are a little bit larger. If you look at them through a microscope, I guess their pigment sizes are a little bit larger. And these pans are full pans, and these are square. The Kuritakes are rectangle. They do that so that you can use a very large calligraphy brush in order to do calligraphy with them, and etc. I think the Japanese use their watercolors on rice paper. However, I will be using this on, I think I have some sort of cold press watercolor paper I'll be using later. But the one I have right here that I'll be trying these out on is a Canson watercolor paper for swatches. So they show you the colors on the inside of the lid, and all of the names are very interesting, like New Leaf and Plum Red, etc. So here you have the list that I went through, and we'll be doing the swatches. And this first one is Crimson. They're all very, very, very vibrant, and you'll notice that this set is just a little bit more muted than the Kuretake. Muted as in the colors are not so like cartoony bright, and I like that about these because it brings this set to like a little bit more serious level for me. So we had Crimson from the top. It's Crimson. Then green is miscanthus grass, like a yellow green. I don't have any pigment information on these or any binder information, but they do say that they are all used with materials that are free from harm, like lead or chromium. They're those things free, so apparently they're safe for humans. No cobalts to worry about, etc. So the next one is Red Ochre, which is, I'm pretty sure, PR 101 for a pigment, and the one on the top right is Ultramarine Blue. Next row. Okay, so then we're going to be doing the chalk white. Okay, we're going to clean this up first, and then we'll do the chalk white. The chalk white, I noticed, is probably going to be useless. It goes on a little strong, and when it dries, it's literally like semi-opaque, very, very slight. So I really don't even know what people use chalk white for. But anyway, this purple is nice and bright, has a little tiny bit of granulation in it. So it may have some of that ultramarine blue in it. I'm not sure. Then we have the Indigo, which it sort of looks like a Prussian blue to me. I think I'm missing one slide. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm trying to get this together because I'm doing a voiceover. The next is, in Japanese, they use the words green rust or patina. So it kind of looks like it may be like a copper green, and then a nice yellow ochre, which is a little bit opaque, and a nice like a charcoal black. And I notice this black doesn't really go on too black, or it really dries to a little bit lighter glaze. So then we have what they call a light ultramarine blue. I think it's just an ultramarine blue with a little bit of white in it. It goes on pretty transparent though, so. But these words are pretty true to what the color is. It's kind of funny how. So this next one is like a phthalo blue-green shade, but they call it this one blue-green. And the next one I think is my favorite. It's called Vivid Indigo. And it goes on nice and dark. And these colors, since the pigment, the ground pigments are a little bit larger, they're really great for lifting. So if you make a mistake on a watercolor paper that has some sizing on it, which is an additive to their paper, then you'll be able to lift these paints up pretty well to fix mistakes. So that one was Maroon Peony, and it dries a little bit more burgundy color, and it's really pretty. So this one is the Green New Leaves, and it's pretty true to its name. This next one is called Dark Green Grass, and I believe it's a PG8, which is a fugitive color, and I don't know any information on light fastness of any of these colors. But just by looking at that color, it looks really the same as a PG8, and as much as I love this color, because I have 2 white knights that are this color, just be warned. So here is something that's like a quinacridone red. It's called Maroon Red Plum, and it's pretty nice. Nice for nice pinks. I even say this one, Maroon Red Plum, is a little bit more crimson than the actual crimson was at the top. And this one's just simply called Dark Red. It's kind of like a very cool blue-red. And the one at the bottom is light blue-green. You'll also notice that these the additives that are in this watercolor will leave some of the pools of paint almost to like a shiny residue. So just keep that in mind, that if you have any very, very heavy washes full of paint, that it will look shiny on your paper. Here's another color that's very similar to the dark green grass, but this one is just called dark green. And this is kind of like a dark, pretty much similar to the other one. Very, very, it's almost a little bit more blue. And this, I mixed up the silver and gold. It should be swapped, but oh well. I found these to be a very strange consistency. The whatever they're using and suspended in this binder is incredibly fine, and it almost doesn't wash out of your brush. But alright, so here they all are. Shiny ones and all. They're very good. I don't actually like them in this order, so I will end up changing that. And you'll see that a little bit later too. But they're all really good range. And I'll also show you what it looks like to wash out this paint. See how it looks like flakes? It sits on top of your water, just like that. All right, well that's it. I'm going to be doing a time lapse after this, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care of yourselves.